The story begins with a girl named Maddie rushing out of her house because Gary, a government employee, was there to seize her car. Before Maddie's mother died, she had taken out a bank loan to build a house for Maddie. To repay this loan, Maddie works at a beer bar during the day and drives a cab at night to save money. Gary was actually one of Maddie's many ex-boyfriends. Seeing her car about to be taken, Maddie tries to charm and persuade Gary to stop. However, a guy wearing only underwear comes out of the house doing exercises. Seeing him, Gary gets jealous, but Maddie lies, saying the guy is her cousin who came from Italy. The guy then comes and hugs Maddie, which makes Gary realize everything. Gary gets angry, takes Maddie's car, and drives away. Since Maddie is now without a car, she heads to work on her skateboard. A little later, Gary parks the car on the road and goes into a shop. Maddie, while skating, spots her car. She quickly goes to it, unhooks it from the tow truck, starts the engine, and tries to drive away. But she realizes she forgot to unhook the rope from the tow truck, so the car won't move. Gary sees this from inside the shop, comes out, and takes the car again. Maddie fails to escape with her car. The next scene shows Maddie with her friend Sarah and her husband Jim. Maddie tells them everything and is worried about how she will repay the bank loan without her car. Sarah tries to look for a second-hand car on OLX, but Maddie refuses, saying she's looked there many times and doesn't think she'll find anything good. In the meantime, Sarah notices a classified ad. The ad is from wealthy parents looking for a girlfriend for their 19-year-old son who is very shy, doesn't socialize, and has never had a girlfriend. The ideal age for the girl is 20 to 25. For this job, the rich family would gift the girl a fantastic car. Maddie is significantly older than the boy, but after discussing it with her friends and taking their advice, she decides to apply for the job. Maddie struggles, but finally reaches the wealthy family's house on her skateboard. She meets the boy's parents, who explain that their son, Percy, is 19 and very bright in studies. The problem is that he doesn't leave the house, doesn't talk to anyone at school, and is scared of small things like smoking, partying, and talking to girls. In his free time, he only watches short videos on his phone. They fear that if he continues this way, he won't be able to socialize with other students when he goes to university next year. Maddie asks what they want her to do. They explain that she just needs to hang out with him, help him socialize, make him a little bolder, and get rid of his fear. The day they see their son has improved, the car they've kept aside as a gift will be hers. They stress that Percy must not find out about this deal. Maddie needs to go to a particular shop, act a bit, and make friends with him. Maddie wears a red dress and goes to the shop, which is a dog adoption center. Using the excuse of adopting a dog, she repeatedly tries to impress Percy. However, Percy isn't interested. Instead, he gets nervous. Maddie then suggests dropping him off at his house. Percy doesn't agree, but Maddie insists and puts his bicycle into her van. Percy is left with no choice and agrees to go with her. Inside the van, Maddie jokes that she is kidnapping him, and she drives the van towards her house instead of his. Percy gets scared. As soon as the car stops, he sprays pepper spray in Maddie's face. Maddie gets out of the car, explaining that she was just joking, and why would she bring him to her own house if she was kidnapping him? Percy realizes his mistake. To apologize, he takes the garden hose and completely soaks Maddie. After this, he agrees to go on a date with her that evening. In the evening, Maddie is waiting for Percy at a club. Percy soon arrives, and everyone starts laughing because he is wearing a coat on top but only knickers instead of trousers on the bottom. Maddie, however, praises his unique style. A waitress comes to their table. Maddie orders a Long Island iced tea. Percy asks for a Pepsi, but Maddie cancels his order and gets him a Long Island iced tea as well. They start talking while drinking their iced teas. Just then, Travis, one of Maddie's ex-boyfriends, arrives. He shows his engagement ring and tells Percy about their past relationship, explaining how Maddie had left him. As Travis leaves, Maddie takes Percy to a beachside. It was forbidden to be there after 8 p.m., and Percy was not a good swimmer. Maddie tries hard to get Percy to take off his clothes, but when he refuses, she takes off all her clothes and enters the water herself. After seeing her, Percy also takes off his clothes and follows her into the water. As soon as they are in the water, a group of people arrive and start taking their clothes away. Maddie gets furious. She runs out of the water in her naked state and beats up those people until they run away. She then returns to the water and tries to get intimate with Percy. However, Percy says he feels awkward and doesn't want to do anything like that because he doesn't know her well enough yet. Percy's refusal makes Maddie angry. She gets out, gets into her car, and is about to drive away. Percy also comes up to the car. She hands him his clothes outside the car but keeps his phone. Because of this, Percy hangs on to the front of the car, still naked. Maddie doesn't stop and starts driving like that. The police notice this and start chasing them. To escape the police, Maddie speeds the car and crosses just in front of a train, narrowly avoiding a major accident. Next, they're at Maddie's house. Maddie turns on music and tries to attract Percy, but Percy is still confused about what is happening. Suddenly, Percy starts itching and notices he has a rash. Maddie applies medicine to his rash, and during this time they talk. Percy apologizes and says nothing could happen today because of his rash, but promises they will spend time together tomorrow. The next day, they meet and spend a lot of time together having fun at various places. While sitting down, they talk about their lives. Maddie tells him about her family and how her father didn't accept her. After talking for a while, they kiss. They then meet Jody, one of Percy's friends. They talk, and when Percy is a little distance away, Jody asks Maddie what she's doing with Percy, asking if she likes kids. Jody acknowledges that Percy's parents have money, but that money isn't his. He warns Maddie, saying Percy is a naive person and he knows girls like her. He threatens her, saying if anything happens to Percy because of her, he won't spare her. The next scene is at night. They are both dressed up and go out for dinner. After much convincing from Maddie, Percy plays the piano and sings, which impresses everyone and they applaud him. After his performance, Percy's friend Natalie comes over and invites Percy to a party the next day. She mentions she is also going to the university, so it will be a lot of fun and they can go together. After Natalie leaves, Percy tells Maddie that Natalie is a good girl, and they will go together. He also says he is getting his driving license so he can drive the car himself and visit her on weekends. It was clear that Percy was developing feelings for Maddie, and Maddie could sense it too. After dinner, they leave. In the car, Percy starts drinking alcohol and tells Percy that he is ready for her, that he is falling in love with her and wants to be intimate. Maddie replies that since he has been drinking, he won't be able to do this for the first time while drunk, and they should do it another time. In reality, Maddie felt guilty because she was with Percy only because of the agreement, and Percy was serious about their relationship without knowing the truth. The next day, Percy tells his parents that he is getting his driving license, which makes them very happy. But then Percy reveals that he has a new girlfriend named Maddie, and he doesn't want to be in a long-distance relationship, so he won't go to university. He says he is an adult now and can make his own decisions. Percy then goes and sits in his dad's car. As soon as he leaves, his mom and dad call Maddie and tell her that the deal is on. She can take the car now if she can convince Percy to go to university. However, Percy, due to the car's operating system, overhears their entire conversation. He is devastated and realizes that Maddie's feelings for him were not real. Percy then calls Maddie to his house. Despite knowing the truth, he introduces Maddie to his mom and dad and makes many jokes about Maddie's age during dinner. Mid-meal, he gets up and leaves. With the help of a friend, he takes the car that was meant to be a gift for Maddie and destroys it. He comes back home and asks Maddie to be intimate with him in his room. Maddie agrees, but since it is his first time, Percy can't perform for long. A short time later, he runs out of steam. He then tells Maddie about her car, saying a tree has fallen on it. Maddie immediately understands that Percy knows everything. Percy angrily tells her that he thought she genuinely liked him, but it was just his foolishness. Maddie protests, "No, Percy, you're wrong. I genuinely like you. The deal was just for me to save my house, but I truly love you." Still angry, Percy tells her to leave. Maddie returns home and remains very sad, feeling that she has played with Percy's emotions. Meanwhile, Percy reverts to his old habits, playing games and watching short videos. One day, Maddie goes to meet Percy and tries to win him back. She insists that their friendship was real and that she truly has feelings for him, and she constantly blames herself for what happened. She follows him, but Percy still refuses to forgive her and gets into his car. Maddie doesn't give up and hangs on to the front of his car. She keeps trying to convince him, but Percy says he wants nothing to do with her and drives off. Maddie starts screaming, asking him to stop the car and talk to her. Percy ignores her and drives the car through a beach and straight into the ocean, causing Maddie to fall into the water. Percy gets out of the car, pulls Maddie out of the water, and brings her to the shore. There, Maddie apologizes to Percy again. This time, Percy accepts her apology and hugs Maddie, who is crying. He has finally forgiven her. In the final scene, Percy is ready to go to university with his luggage. He says goodbye to his parents and leaves the house. Outside, he sees Maddie waiting for him. Maddie jokingly asks, "Does anyone need a cab?" With this lighthearted moment, the romantic story ends. Like the video and subscribe the channel to watch more videos like this.